And since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic more than 1 year ago, jails across Illinois have been forced to house, clothe, and feed scores of inmates who should be in the custody of the Illinois Department of Corrections.
And WGN Investigates Ben Bradley looks at the impact of slowed transfers on Illinois sheriffs.
The coronavirus pandemic brought the Illinois criminal justice system to a screeching halt last year. Trials were put on hold, and Governor J.B. Pritzker, aiming to slow the spread of the virus, ordered the Illinois Department of Corrections to stop accepting inmates from county jails after they were convicted. That meant sheriffs throughout Illinois would have to keep housing extra inmates who would normally be in state custody.
Initially, we had no idea exactly how high that volume would grow. We knew within a short 3 months that it increased fairly rapidly, where we were trying to balance the quarantine areas during early COVID times, trying to decrease our population. But of course, as people were sentenced to Department of Corrections, historically we were dependent on them actually going to Department of Corrections.
Last August, a judge in downstate Logan County struck down the governor's order that halted jail to prison transfers. But sheriffs across the Chicago region tell WGN Investigates that their jails remain far too crowded because the state is still refusing to accept many new inmates. It's creating legal limbo. In Kane County, 46 of the jail's 389 inmates have been sentenced to state prison. In Lake County, 47 of the jail's 490 inmates should be in IDOC custody. It's a similar story in DuPage, where 43 of the jail's 448 inmates remain in the West Suburban Jail when they should be in state prison. In Chicago, Cook County Jail was a COVID hotspot last year, and while positive cases at the jail have plummeted, the number of inmates who should be in IDOC custody has steadily risen. As it stands now, of the jail's approximately 5,800 inmates, 750 of them should be in state custody.
It's been a year of this, right? And so I think we understood why we were doing it initially, but at this point it doesn't really make sense anymore, and we need to move forward.
She says the Cook County Sheriff's Office has been in touch with state prison officials to ask when they'll be willing to take inmates off their hands. So far, the answer can be summed up in this email to one suburban sheriff. As soon as we can accommodate you, we will call immediately.
The amount of resources that's taking on our end to keep everybody safe and to take care of them and our staff as well, it's a lot of people, and it keeps growing.
The Illinois Department of Corrections tells WGN Investigates the agency is committed to safely admitting as many men and women from the counties as possible, adding, "We have been accepting transfers from county jails since August 3rd and have processed 5,920 new admissions as of early this month." Housing, clothing, and feeding inmates isn't cheap. In Kane County, Sheriff Ron Haynes says the extra inmates in his jail have cost his office more than $500,000.
It's a huge impact on Kane County taxpayers, and sheriffs across the state are experiencing the same issue. To date, we have billed the Department of Corrections, which we do not expect to receive payment from, $551,000 in cost to house their inmates since COVID began.
According to Haynes, the slowed rate of inmate transfers to state prisons has not helped the working relationship between the state's prisons and county sheriffs.
Department of Corrections and local sheriffs and county jails have historically not had a great relationship, and this is just one more example why.
Since most county jails aren't meant to house inmates long-term, there's also a shortage of programs and little in the way of rehabilitation while they wait for transfer. 69% of Illinois prison inmates have been vaccinated against COVID-19, but the Department of Corrections is facing a problem of vaccine hesitancy among its workers. Just 36% of them have received the shot. Ben Bradley, WGN Investigates.